What's up? Good afternoon. Welcome to Sweat and Sip, hosted by me, Sweat and Serenity. And today we have Nev, who is going to put us through 30 minutes of yoga. And we have Raquel, owner of Juice Bay. And we are going to talk about sustaining a plant based lifestyle today.
Whoop, whoop.
So you may or may not be familiar. You may or may not have questions, but we are going to address all that. We're going to have some fun conversation later, and we are going to get straight into this yoga flow. And I'm going to let Nev get us started.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much to Marielle and to the Sweat and Serenity family for having me guest teach today. I'm super excited. Give you a moment to gather yourself, find a comfortable seat on your mat, and quiet the mind, quiet the room, and let's set ourselves up for a beautiful flow. And just a special shout out to the Wellness family who's showing up today live to support Sweat and Serenity. Love it, love it, love it.
Yes.
All right, and let's go. Let's take a big inhale and then a big exhale. Big inhale, big exhale, big inhale, and then a big exhale. And then bring our breath back into the rhythm of our body. Let's set ourselves up for today's class. Finding our rhythm. On every inhale, breathing in positivity, peace, and clarity. And on our exhale, releasing any anxiety, stress, tension. Letting it flow off the mat and into the ether and away from us. And just breathe. Let's take one moment to just scan the body, starting at the crown of the head and releasing any tension that we may be carrying. Moving to the forehead. If you're scrunching up, on the exhale, relax. In between the eyebrows. Breathe that energy and release. And follow it down to the nose, the tops of the cheeks. And release. And then to our jaw. If you're gripping your teeth, maybe part the lips slightly and breathe. Let that energy travel to the backs of our neck and around our throat. And release. Sending that energy to our shoulders. If you're hunching the shoulders up, on that exhale, breathe the shoulders down. Sending that energy down the spine and wrapping around the side body and our chest. Let it flow down those shoulders till our elbows, our forearms, our wrists. Let it travel down the hips and the tops of the thighs. And if you're holding any tension, we like to carry tension in the hips, just breathe into that space and release. And relax the tops of the thighs and the knees and breathe. Sending that energy to our calves and our shins, towards our ankles and out the bottoms of our feet. Breathe. Just sit quietly for a moment, maybe setting your intention or your desire for today's class, and breathe. me when you're ready. Take a big inhale. And then a big exhale, lion's breath, releasing the tongue out of the mouth. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Big exhale. On the next inhale, bring the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, release the arm to the side body. 2 more times. Inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, breathe the arms up. On the exhale, tipping everything forward. Placing the palms on the mat. If this is all you have today, leave it there. If you can release the forearms onto the mat, go right ahead. And if you can release the neck and the head, breathe everything down. 1 breath here, inhale. Big exhale. Inhale as we prepare. Exhale, pressing the palms up away from the mat and walking the palms towards the body and back towards center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, tipping the right palm to the mat and taking a nice stretch over. Maybe gazing up under that left underarm and breathe. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, pressing off, tipping right over to the other side. Seated side body stretch. And gaze up. Inhale. 1 more time each side. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tip it on over. 1 more time. And breathe. Big inhale. Exhale, push. Big inhale here. And exhale back to center. Releasing the legs from our seated. And then gracefully finding our way to all fours. Making sure our hips are in line with our knees, palms, and wrists in line with our shoulders. Curling those toes under, lifting the hips, pressing back. First downward dog of the afternoon. If you feel any tension in the legs, you can keep the knees stretched. And then making sure the hips are square. Yes. Back is flat. Beautiful. Big inhale here. Big exhale here. Maybe walking the dog, bending the right knee and then the left. One more time each side. And then a deep bend in the knees. Inhale. And then exhale, slow walk forward towards the palms in the front of our mat. Ending in a forward fold. Maybe shaking the head, no. Shaking the head, yes. Releasing that tension. Grabbing the elbows and just drifting side to side. And then everything's back to center, releasing down. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll the body up 1 vertebrae at a time. And coming into mountain pose, taking a quick pause here. Palms forward, maybe closing the eyes for 1 breath. Inhale. Big exhale. And let's get into our flow. Deep into the knees, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold, palms. And then releasing everything down. Placing the palms on the mat. Take the left leg back, and then the right, high plank. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, chaturanga, or modified. And then a gentle lift up. Inhale. Exhale, release. And then curl the toes under, moving through child's pose. Press the hips up and back. And then coming back through downward dog and hold. Inhale to prepare, deep in the knees. Exhale, gentle walk forward. Forward fold, inhale. Exhale, roll up. Same thing 4 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe those palms onto the mat. Stepping out into our high plank. Chaturanga or modified chaturanga, knees down. And then release the body flat, press up. Exhale, release. Curl those toes under. Modify, pressing through, lifting up, downward dog. One breath here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale deep into the knee. And walk it forward. Forward fold, inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Keep it on, inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Taking those palms on the mat. Stepping back. High plank. Chaturanga. This time, oh! And then curling those toes under. Pressing straight back, downward dog. You should be warming up. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, walk it forward. Ending in forward fold. One breath here. Inhale. Exhale, roll it up. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Placing those palms down. Step or hop back. High plank. Modified or full chaturanga. Pressing all the way up dog. Curl those toes under from here and press it back. Downward dog. One breath here, inhale. Exhale, gentle walk forward towards those palms. Ending in forward fold. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Breathe the arms up, inhale. Last time, exhale. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, prepare, place those palms. Step or hop back. High plank. Lower those elbows, yes. And then pressing up. Curl those toes under to press back. Downward dog. Hold here, one breath. Inhale. And then walking those feet forward to meet the palms. And then holding here. Once again, grabbing onto those elbows. And take a gentle sway. Side to side and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, release the palm down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, fold. Placing those palms on the mat. This time, stepping the left leg back. Low lunge. One breath here. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the left knee on the mat. Breathing the arms up. Every inhale, prepare. Every exhale, sink deeper into your stretch. Maybe breathing the palms behind the back, pressing away from the body. Then releasing the palms. Give us a nice twist. And breathe. And then releasing the palms back on the mat. Curling the toe under and pressing back, runner stretch. You can stay up or sit to the bottom on the top of the heel. And if you have it, release. Or stay wherever the body is today. Big inhale here. Exhale, coming back to the lunge. Curling that left toe and just pressing up. You can shorten your stance. That is no problem. You can always shorten your stance. And then releasing the neck and head. Pyramid pose. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Hip square. Lovely. Yes. Releasing the neck and head. And breathe. Big inhale to prepare. And then bringing that right palm up. Pyramid twist. And then releasing back down. Rotating that left foot 45 degrees. And then breathing the left palm up. Big inhale. Exhale, slight bend in the right knee to press up, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Taking that right palm, scooping the energy up and just tilting back. Big inhale. Exhale, straightening that front leg and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, releasing everything back to the warrior two. Placing that forearm on top of the thigh, side angle. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, rotating that left foot and back to our low lunge. Palms on the mat. Lifting that right leg, stepping back, high plank. Into our flow, chaturanga. Pressing up. Curl those toes under, pressing back, downward dog. One breath here, inhale. Exhale. And then walking forward. Forward fold, release, inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Keep it going, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, palms on the mat. Stepping back this time with the right foot, low lunge. One breath here, inhale. Exhale, releasing the knee down to the mat, releasing the toes. Low lunge, other side, breathe the arms up. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the palms, clasp behind the back, maybe pressing away from the body. Gazing up. And then releasing everything back to center. Nice twist on the left. Back to center. Placing those palms onto the mat. Curl that right toe under, pressing back, runner stretch on the other side. If this is where you're at, stay here. If you can go all the way down, go there. And breathe. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, pressing up. Curling that right toe and press away from the body. Adjusting our stance if you need to. And then release the head of the neck. Big inhale. On the exhale, breathing that left arm up. And then releasing down. Same thing this side, rotating that right foot 45 degrees. Inhale. And exhale, breathe the right palm up. And then releasing everything down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, breathing everything up. Warrior two, other side, and hold. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale, scooping that energy and just showering ourselves with positivity as we stretch back. Inhale. Exhale, extending the left leg for a deeper stretch. Inhale. And exhale, bringing that energy through warrior two. And then ending in side angle. And breathe. And then rotating that back foot and coming back down to our low lunge. Inhale to prepare. And then stepping back with the left, high plank, and into our flow. Releasing down, chaturanga. Pressing up. Curling those toes under, pressing back, downward dog. Just hold and breathe. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, walking it forward. And release forward fold. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're going to heel toe our feet out. Ending up with our toes off the mat and our heel on the mat. Inhale to prepare. And then exhale, sinking our feet down. You can keep the palms here. By all means, stay there. If you can bring the arms to the chest, by all means, do so. And 3 breaths here if you got it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, release the palms back towards the mat. And then placing one palm behind the body and then another as we gracefully come to sit on our bottom. Bringing the knees with us. Curving the spine in as we roll back. And just a gentle knee to chest. And breathe. Big inhale here. Big exhale. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, releasing the knees to the left side body with the palms and our arms to the right for a gentle twist. Inhale. Exhale, switching. Knees to the right, arms to the left. And gaze over that left palm. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, back to center. Big inhale here. And on the exhale, releasing the body all the way down to the mat. Stretching the palms away from the body. Pointing the toes away from the body. And a big inhale here. And on the exhale, releasing the body all the way down to the mat. And breathe. Just stay here for a moment. Releasing here for final relaxation. 3 big inhales. 3 big exhales. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. And hold here. Slowing down our breath. Bring the energy inward. Scanning our body. Letting the energy just melt through the mat, onto the floor, and out to the well. And breathe. And then keeping the eyes closed, take a big inhale. And breathe the arms once again above the head and stretch it away from the body. Maybe opening and closing the palms. Maybe circling the wrists and then the ankle. Maybe breathing in the right knee towards the chest. And then switching for the left. And then maybe bringing both knees in towards the chest. And then letting them drift over to the right side as we come into fetal position. Maybe placing our ear on top of that left palm and breathe. And then when you're ready, using our left palm for balance as we press up, keeping the eyes closed and coming back to our comfortable seated position. Placing the palms on the knees or heart center and breathe. Breathing inhales, inhale. Big exhale. Inhale. Big exhale. Inhale. Big exhale, release the palms down. With the eyes closed, taking a bow forward in gratitude for this moment, for this opportunity, for this platform to be together. Ashe. Thank you.
Yay, thank you. Man,
Hope that was
relaxing. You know, my favorite is coming out of Warrior 2, sprinkling the positive
Yes,
energy.
let's bathe ourselves in all the positivity.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. No, thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you for everyone who joined in. Thank you for Marielle for having me. I love this opportunity.
Of course.
Great.
That was great.
Feeling good.
So we are going to enter the sip portion
Yes.
of our sweat and sip. So take a minute, grab some water, some wine, some juice.
Your Juice Bay, LA
Your
Juice.
Bay. And we will reconvene in about 2 minutes.
See you soon.
Don't go to sleep. And we're back.
Yes.
Hopefully you are nice and relaxed from the yoga flow that we just did. Get myself together. I don't know what, my hood's not acting right. Anywho. All right, we are about to get our sip on. And we're back. So, Raquel, what are you sipping on today?
I always have water in my Juice Bay tumbler. People will come into the store and they're like, "What you drinking?" Water. And mango passion fruit, everyone's favorite.
I love mango passion fruit. So I have my Juice Bay on ice. It was ice, now it's water.
Oh, wow.
So one of my faves is the lightning in a bottle. You know, every time I come in, I have to. It's so good. Usually people are like, "Oh, green juice." No, but it tastes so good.
Do you get that boost of energy when you drink it?
I don't know. Maybe it makes me so happy. So I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
It gives me something.
Yes.
Or yeah, I just love it. I'm gonna just tilt this.
I have seeded watermelon.
That's another very popular flavor.
My favorite of all time.
And then I also have a sour because that's also.
I peeped that.
Bomb.
And this is, first of all, this is everybody's favorite because every time I go in, they're sold out.
Always sold. That and the mango. Y'all didn't leave me no mango.
I love.
I order so much of that. I'm like, let me get 30 bottles, and then by the end of the day or the next day, because people will literally come in and buy like 6 to 8 to 10 bottles at once. They stock up.
Yeah,
I'm not mad. It's delicious.
So good. I feel like there were only a couple when I just went.
I got to get on that tomorrow morning.
So good.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for having me.
Of course, thank you for joining.
I got really relaxed with that yoga.
Thank you.
I didn't do the full participation, but just being present in it, taking the deep breaths.
So good.
You ladies did a great job.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. So let's do a real introduction. So tell us, well, Raquel, let's start with you. Tell us a little about who are you? What do you do? What's Juice Bay?
Well, I'm a lot of things, but what we're talking about today is that I am, my name is Raquel. I'm the owner of Juice Bay and co-owner of Beyond Vegan. And basically, Juice Bay came into existence as an extension of my lifestyle. I was formerly a natural hairstylist, as you know, Marielle. And even in that space, it was important to me to focus on health and wellness from a holistic standpoint. And with the pandemic and all the shifts that have happened in everyone's lives, it became of utmost importance for me to take another step into helping people be more intentional about their lifestyle. And so Juice Bay was born.
So it's funny that you say that because of the pandemic, because my friend ended up getting sick and I went straight to Juice Bay and bought her, lightning in a bottle and soursop. For something that medication isn't really for,
correct.
And I don't do we'll go into that. I barely take Advil, but I'm all about the natural healing.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm all for that. Neth, tell us about who are you and what do you do?
My name is Neth. Neth. I am a mindset and wellness coach. I am a birth and postpartum doula, advocate for home birth, natural birthing, and birth education. I was born and raised vegetarian, and I am vegan, and I'm just all about all natural everything. That's pretty much how I was raised, and that is my consciousness now, and I'm just here for all of it.
And that's funny because we went to high school together.
Yes, we did.
And I had no, I mean, I guess in high school we don't really have those conversations like, so you don't eat meat, huh? But yeah,
What do you eat for lunch?
never knew.
And that was purposeful. In that time, it's not the time that we're in now. No one really understood what that was. And in high school, you're just like not trying to bring attention to anything that people don't know. And I spent so much time educating people. I'm like, I'm kind of tired. I just want to go to cheer class, go to, like whatever. So, but yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't think that feature exists here, but that's weird. Anywho, so I was going to segue into. So you said that you were raised vegetarian and now you're vegan.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about. I mean, I know the difference, okay? But let's talk about the different levels of plant-based. So also, okay, because there's a difference.
There is a difference.
So there's vegetarian, there's vegan, there's raw vegan, there's plant-based, which are all different
alkaline
components.
vegan. Mm-hmm. Right. So I say vegan because the general public understands that, okay, that means no meat. But vegan is more of a movement, like an animal rights movement. Mm-hmm. Like you're not wearing leather and like, you know what I'm saying?
It's more of a lifestyle.
It's advocacy for animals.
Okay.
I don't eat meat for nutritional purposes. So I'm here for animals, but that wasn't my mother's reason for raising us that way. That isn't my reason. So most people don't understand like plant-based vegan. So when I'm speaking vegan, because it's a general term everybody understands.
Right.
But it's really whole foods. It's really ITIL, if we want to get really deep into it, what the Watson's been doing since, before times. But Raquel, what's your
right?
I have been on a food journey for most of my life, to be honest with you. I was the baby that couldn't, have formula or couldn't do rice cereal. I just always have had digestive issues. And so it has led me to a place of reading labels back when, as you mentioned, Neith, that you were in high school, not really interested in talking about your diet. At certain stages in life, you don't want to be the center of attention for that reason.
Exactly.
So I started reading labels at a point in time where people were eating their hot Cheetos and doing all the things. And it kind of put me in this space where I became very conscientious about what I put in my mouth all the time due to food allergies. And that has been a journey in and of itself. I've gotten more and more refined over the years. At this point, I would say like 98% plant-based. Once in a while, I might find a really good gluten-free something because I have that gluten allergy. I might find something that's gluten-free, but it has like some honey or maybe even, unfortunately, an egg white, but I want my bread. So
right.
If I'm being 100% honest, I do not eat meat. I have not had meat in, I think it's been about close to 5 years at this point. And it's been a journey. There were periods of time where I didn't eat pork or beef, and then I went back to it for a little while, and then I got back off of it. So life is a journey, and so is this. The food piece is definitely a piece of that.
Yeah, for sure. Right. So back to your question.
Okay.
Because vegetarian means that you do not eat meat, but you eat meat byproducts like dairy, eggs. Mm-hmm. And then you have whole foods plant-based, which is leaning away from like the packaged fake meats and all of that, just eating real food. Mm-hmm. And then we already discussed vegan, and then there's variations along the spectrum that kind of, the flexitarian and the pescatarian and all those things.
Flexitarian?
There's made up a term where they're like sometimes vegan and sometimes not.
There's breatharian where you barely eat anything.
Exactly. Then there's fruitarian.
Yeah,
I back in Costa Rica, they're all about fruit. Like, it was straight fruit. If it does not come from the ground and you cannot literally pick it and eat it in that moment, then you should not be eating it. And that's like their mindset. And that's like a whole movement. And then you have some people who like are just straight like water. They're on like the
water fast. Yeah.
They're on long water fast, like not a 10-day or a set, like they're on 120 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're literally levitating. Just floating around.
It's more of a spiritual journey versus nutritional and things like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So that's level 1,000.
I knew I was going to learn some
there personally.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So, if anybody's watching this, I eat meat. I have my moments though, because I know what's best for me. I don't, they say you know better, you do better. That's not always the case. Anywho, I've tried. I've done it. I've done plant-based, maybe like 30 days was like my longest. And I try, and I say plant-based because I try to stay away from the tempeh, the tofu, the processed, the packaged. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little easier because I don't really know what I'm doing. Right? I think it takes practice and it takes some patience. So if you guys have advice for someone who wants to transition from eating meat to not, or gearing more toward that plant-based lifestyle, what advice would you give them, like just starting off?
Well, I have a lot of customers that come into the Juice Bay stores, and like you, they eat meat. They might eat everything, and they've come in for a juice and realize that we also offer this refined alkaline vegan approach to plant-based vegan, whatever umbrella you want to put it under, we offer that as well. And so that sparks a conversation. And a lot of times I find myself telling people, make the same things that you'd like to eat, just substitute the animal products. Yeah. So that's probably the easiest start, because people get frustrated. They're like, I don't even know what to do. I don't know where to begin. And it's hard enough to make the decision to stop eating all the things you love for whatever that reason may be. And then to be struggling in the grocery store, like, I don't even know what to buy. I don't know what kind of recipe to look up. So the easiest thing, in my opinion, would be, instead of using regular butter, get a butter alternative. Right. Instead of using meat, get, a meat alternative. That's not necessarily the end game, in my opinion. As you said, there are a lot of processed vegan options, which aren't always great for us, long-term especially. So if you're just getting your foot in the water and you want to make that step and you don't want to make it hard on yourself, just start with replacing the animal products. Yeah. That would be my advice for sure.
Yes. When I am supporting meat eating clients, the first thing I say is drink more water. That's like the very first step, because you are eating meat and meat takes longer to digest. And a lot of people are dehydrated because of the foods that we eat. Start with drinking way more water and focus on hydration. Then focus on just eliminating the amount of meat you eat. So if you're eating it every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just take away one. You don't need bacon or, I'm talking about traditional meat eaters. Eliminate the amount of times per week. And then I don't like to direct them with the alternative meats, because it's still a processed food.
Yeah.
So I want to show you that use a mushroom, use real food. My whole thing is just use real food, but you can make the exact same thing. Right. Like literally, You like a burger and fries? Make a mushroom burger and fries. Make a bean burger and fries. If you like lasagna, make veggie lasagna. And then there's so many different ways you can make it. It's like the taste is literally the same. So it's really working with the mind, because it's really the mind first. You think you can't find the flavor or the taste of what you've always eaten, but it's really just your mind. So it's a lot of mindset work first, and then the food is less important. It's the mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we get the mind, everything, like the whole process is easy.
Right. And I definitely agree with that, because even when I'm working with clients who just don't eat healthfully, my main thing is don't focus on taking things away.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on adding
Yep.
that better food.
Yep.
So if you're out, start with the salad before you eat whatever you're going to eat.
Yep.
And that way, like you said, it's mindset. So
Mm-hmm.
you're creating those better habits.
Yep.
So I got that. Okay, so one thing, because in this conversation, I'm the minority. But I do feel like there are a lot of vegan people, vegan supporters, plant-based lifestyle individuals, and it feels a little judgy. Like I feel like
Oh, girl, yes.
they're like, "You're the devil if you eat meat." You know, it feels like it's very extreme, and I get a little intimidated.
Yeah, I can see that.
Why are they like that?
Let me just say, and then I want to see what Raquel thinks, because that same energy that you get from anything, like how people feel about anything, religion, you know what I'm saying, like politics, you're bringing that same energy to any movement that they care about so passionately. And I understand your passion, but you need to place it in a more positive way, because as somebody who really understands like how this could really help you, you feel really passionate about it. So when I'm like right now, I'm like so passionate about it. However, where you are is where you are. And so I can still support you with you eating meat and still be passionate about how I eat. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. If you're going, people who don't work out, and how, you know what I'm saying, and how you're passionate about it, and you're like gonna make it feel like, oh, you're just too level G and I can't do it. It's that same thing. And people are gonna be people. Like
for sure.
The veganism movement, this animal activist, it's like, okay, chill. Like we get it. We're here for the animals too.
Right.
We have to put people down because they're not there yet. Especially when last year you were eating a burger. Like let me just get it off my chest.
Talking to.
Let me get it off my chest. Okay, as someone who has been about this life, and I really feel, and I understand the passion. I almost understand the passion, but to be a new booty in the game and like going hard on other people who are not there yet, I just feel like the energy is displaced. And so you got to keep that in mind. Like, shake it off. Like, it's the same. Any hater, if you looking good and they not looking good, or if you fit and they not fit, or if you achieve a financial task and they're not, it's that same energy. You got to just be like, whatever.
Right.
Because it's from a good place. It's just
the approach.
Yeah. But I want to know what Raquel thinks, because
well, now, first of all, you said something that was really poignant, and I think and say this a lot. A big piece of transitioning is mental. The whole thing, if you really break it down, the entire thing it's programming on some level. And so deprogramming yourself from all of the norms and getting more used to doing things differently, and maybe even being the oddball, can be the challenge. I honestly try not to be judgy, because as I just said, it wasn't but 5 or 6 years ago, I was still eating chicken and everything, not everything else, but I was still at least eating, some meat products and things along those lines that I would not dare put in my mouth today, because I know the impact that those things have on my body and how I feel. And I think a lot of people are not making the connection between what they put in their mouth and how they feel, how they think, their emotional state, how they rest at night. So there's so many components that come into play based directly on nutrition and hydration that it doesn't seem worth it to me to choose things that make me feel crappy. And so, like I said, I try not to be judgy about it, but in talking to people, it's like, hey, you're telling me that you feel like crap. Stop eating stuff that's making you feel like crap.
So I actually want you to expand on that, because that was going to be one of my next questions. Is I want you guys to really talk about like your personal benefits from going plant-based. So like you said, you know, feeling better, sleeping better, feeling crappy. Like, what personally have you experienced, like changing your diet?
So the first time that I really made a drastic change in my diet was, my daughter is 16. It was like 14 years ago. I stopped eating gluten because I was told I had this allergy to gluten and soy. And that was tricky a long time ago. And I think within about 2 weeks, I honestly thought I was dying in my 20s because of how bad I felt. I would have excruciating abdominal pain, headaches. I weighed 10 pounds less than I do now, which was not a look. I was just malnourished overall, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. And it turned out I had an allergy to something that I ate constantly. So my body was always just trying to keep me upright, but I wasn't giving it anything to help it along. So within 2 weeks of me eliminating wheat and soy from my diet, I felt it was like I was alive. And that was enough for me to make a connection. And so over the years, I've continued to refine my diet, and it's gotten to the point where if I have, you know, a corn chip or something, I want some nachos from Sage and I get some corn, I know I'm gonna feel like somebody beat me up the next day. I literally have to take into consideration, I'm gonna be really lethargic and sore. And do I feel like feeling like that tomorrow? No. Am I willing to? Yes. So it's literally a choice by choice all day, every day. And it stems from making that connection early on that I don't have to feel like crap if I don't want to.
Love that. Love it. For me, growing up, we ate dairy, and the connection did not come between dairy and like my skin and my cycle. This for all the women, until college. And I remember college was my first time having to like really decide on what I eat at every meal. And I used to call home a lot like, Mom, school only has like these things. I don't know what to eat. So I was eating a lot of dairy because you can get a grilled cheese sandwich, really quick. So grilled cheese salad, grilled cheese fries. And I got really, really sick. Like the first time I ever really got sick. So I said, okay, what's up with dairy? And I always had bad cramps. And I had bad acne on my chest and on my back. And so I said, I'm gonna stop eating dairy. I got like strep throat or something crazy. A lot of mucus. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna stop eating dairy and see what happens. When I tell you in 30 days, my skin cleared up. I mean, when I say I had bad acne, I mean, I didn't want to show, I used to like not wear low cut shirts because I just had all these bumps on my chest. And so 30 days, my skin cleared up, my cycle, when I tell you it was like a heavenly experience. It's like magical when I say no cramp, like no PMS, like nothing. It's just like, oh wait, my cycle's here. And from that moment on, I was like, oh no. And then I would still play a little titty because it wasn't really cheese and stuff. It was more like ice cream. Like I loved ice cream. And so it was hard to replicate then because they weren't as good as they are now. And so I would still dibble and dabble like, oh, ice cream, if we go out, okay, I'll get a cheese pizza, all that's available there's no really vegan or vegetarian option. I'll get like a cheese pizza. And so I would see how when I would eat it, I would get some acne or like I have bad cramps. And so I just cut it out. And when I say never turning back, like it's amazing. You don't understand what your cycle should be because we're brought up, they push milk, they push dairy, they're talking about calcium and before the reproductive system, your reproductive health, you should not be consuming dairy. I'll just say that. Like that alone.
I want to say something to that. If you really think about, and Mari, I know this might not be exciting for you to hear.
Well, I also have something to say related to, so
we're keeping it real.
Yeah, I mean,
if you think about what's happening to the meat and the dairy products, in an effort to keep these things available and to make a profit off of them, they have to inject hormones, antibiotics, steroids, sodium, fillers, all kinds of stuff is going into meat and dairy products. And then you take a woman's delicate hormonal balance and add an animal's hormonal situation, plus all the synthetic things that have been added to this animal. And then women wonder why they feel crazy. You are fighting a fight of all fights because you got, chicken this and pork that and beef this and cheese. It can be a mess for the body.
Right.
So,
but also not connecting how young people are getting their cycles and not connecting that to like the meat consumption. Also overdevelopment in our young girls. What I'm saying, all that is contributed to like the food. Yeah.
The hormones. Yeah.
So baby steps. I am very aware that those animal hormones really affect my cycle. They probably affect a few things, but my cycle, like majorly. Like when I was in school, I would call out. I would throw up. Like the pain was like crazy. I used to Google, "Can you die?" So I don't even know what made me do it, but I cut out everything, like all animal product, everything. What?
Night and day.
I don't even feel like I forgot. I was on my fetal position, like, oh my God, just a few more days. So now I try every month, like 4 days before my cycle, like a week. And it makes a difference. So baby steps. And I don't do it every month because whatever. Right. But it does. It makes a huge difference.
So you know for yourself, you've had the experience.
It's life-changing.
My personal experience with that. Yes.
And and I tell women this all the time, even if you don't see yourself like being plant-based or like ever giving up, at least a week before your cycle, eliminate. If you really,
and if
want to enjoy the experience, because a lot of times we're taught that this is like the worst thing ever and oh my God, I can't. It's not. Your cycle, you should be welcoming your cycle, okay? Because you're releasing it
for numerous reasons.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. But you should welcome that because it's a release. It's you know what I'm saying. It's a detoxifying moment.
Yes.
And you should be eating for detoxification. And it's not. It doesn't have to be painful. It just really doesn't.
Yeah.
So eat for your cycle.
Right.
It's important. It's a whole movement,
man. Wow. Yeah. So I'm gonna put that in my calendar.
Seriously, I do like almost like a mini fast before up to the cycle and then during the cycle.
Oh wow.
And then Mari, you said you're going to put that in your calendar. You can do, like you said, the week before, and then maybe in a couple months you'll do like 10 days before, and you can extend it.
Okay.
Turn it into a lifestyle.
You'll forget that you were ever.
It'll be once in a while. You're like, I really need to have this XYZ once in a blue moon.
Yeah, and I know it's possible.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say. I will say when I did go plant-based for that little short period of time, the food at Juice Bay, the Beyond Vegan meals, let me tell you something. Like the chickpea chowder, I think changed my life. And the chili. You started me with the chili. And I think I was with somebody who not interested in going plant-based. And I was like, try this. I think it's a good idea. I've had
That quesadilla is everything.
I
Okay.
was about to say the chili and the quesadillas will grab anybody's soul. You could be a whole pork eater, whatever it is you want to put in your mouth.
Yes.
Don't even tell them
And
this
I was like, here, just have this. And they were like, oh, this is good. You know, it was great. So let's talk quickly because I want you guys to be able to talk about like in depth of what you do and what you offer. So I want to talk about like Juice Bay and what you offer, your locations.
Ooh, yes,
Let's talk
yes.
about some business.
Tell us,
Yeah.
how do we get the goods?
Tell us.
Okay, so Juice Bay, the Culver City location, which is behind the Fox Hills Mall in that plaza with CVS, that store opened September 5th of last year. So we've been in business for a year now.
Hey,
It's very exciting, a whole pandemic year at that.
Right.
We offer a line of cold pressed juices. There are 12 different juice flavors, 5 different smoothies, which are packed with nutrition. We offer meals from Beyond Vegan and a full line of herbal nutritional supplements, also curated by Beyond Vegan Nutrition. And we got a little merch. We got tumblers, hoodies, gift cards. The space is basically geared towards being a safe space for those who are interested in changing their lifestyle and making things easy and accessible. The meals come pre-made. You don't have to buy ingredients or cook anything, literally heat and eat. There are 2 stores. One is on Fairfax by the Grove, Fairfax and 5th. That store has been open since March of this year. And it's slowly getting the momentum, but I'm excited that we're getting so much traction from people who, like I said earlier, just come in for juice and find out that they can actually make really positive improvements to their lifestyle. And Neth had mentioned that there's all these different variations of like ways to eat under the umbrella of either vegetarian or veganism. We specifically geared our program and our options towards alkaline veganism, which is super refined. It's like a small % of plant-based or vegan eaters will actually choose to be alkaline vegan. And at the core of that is the elimination of mucus and inflammation from the body, as we believe that illness cannot live in an alkaline body. And if there's mucus present, you should be trying to get it out, not put more in. So the options that we have there are geared towards helping the body heal itself, as well as being really tasty and nutritious.
Very tasty. For sure. I love Juice Bay.
Thank you.
Oh, and don't forget that you can get the food delivered.
That's true. Yes. Look at you plugging. I appreciate that. We have meal prep options. We're on DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Postmates. You can set up an actual meal plan delivery service. We have juice cleanses that can also be delivered.
Yes.
A lot going on. So much that I'm not even remembering all of what to say. But
For everyone, yeah.
we got it going on at Juice Bay for sure.
California also.
What was that?
I said you also deliver outside of California.
We do nationwide shipping. So there's an umbrella of businesses. So there's the food business, there's the juice business, the juice cleanses, the herbs. The Beyond Vegan meals are actually also now available at the kitchen in Culver City, which is on Washington and Helms. So if you wanted to get like a fresh quesadilla or some chili, you can actually go in and try them out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah, we ship nationwide. We are actually looking to expand in some different areas as well. So keep an eye out for that. But we're doing things to try to help the community for sure.
Love it.
Love it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Neth, tell us about Wellness.
Wellness, WELLNEITH on all platforms. I have a masterclass coming up, the Mindset for Wellness Masterclass, launching live November 1st through 4th. And it's basically taking you through what I know and believe are basically the the 4 pillars of wellness, which is mindset, meals, movement, and money. And we'll be going deep into how all of those pillars support you in your wellness journey and the importance of each one. We talked about food today. We talked about mindset today. We've done movement today. And then the piece that people forget is money and how important financial stability, especially in our community, how it can uplift us in our wellness and how it supports us on our wellness journey. And I'm just very passionate about this discussion we had today. I do one-on-one coaching with those same 4 pillars as a foundation of everything that I do. I do private yoga. I am a doula, as I mentioned before, and I'm here for the pregnant body. And I'm just here for family. I'm here for family wellness. I'm here for uplifting the wellness of our community. And that starts with the womb of our women and how it is important that we birth these babies and that we support these babies with food and bringing up their positive mindsets. And I'm here for all of that. So one-on-one coaching. Introductory would be the masterclass to kind of learn my mindset, which is important. And then that takes you into one-on-one coaching. If you desire, that can take you into one-on-one yoga. And really, I'm just here for it. I'm just here for well living. I'm here to inspire well living.
Yes.
She does it all.
And just really pushing the idea that to challenge your mind. And I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, which is really a misconception about people in wellness communities, like, oh, you're trying to get me to do something or be like you. No, it's really to challenge your thinking. And then once you have awakened, you make the best decision for yourself. And that's really what it's all about, educating and making positive decisions with the new knowledge.
Very awesome. And this is why I brought y'all in here.
You know, we just
y'all got all of it.
I'm feeling it.
LA girls meet up.
Right.
This conversation could go on for a smooth
forever. But yes.
So yes, thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having me.
Dropping in and sharing your energy and your presence. Like, this was amazing. This is better than I expected.
Thank you for this platform and just for having this available for everyone to, like, you know, get a little info, a little workout.
Definitely. And I feel like I started this because I wanted to just do something fun, but also talk about like some real stuff.
Yeah.
This
is awesome
that we've done, and we've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about therapy and balancing family and fitness and everything. And so we're still going.
Marielle, because there may be some Juice Bay followers on here, and there may be some Wellness followers on here who may not 100% know what you do. Can you please tell us, please?
Touche. So yes, if you are watching this and you have no idea who I am, no. I am Marielle, and I am owner of Sweat and Serenity.
Yes. And
we do fitness retreats, and we do Sweat and Sip. So Sweat and Sip is something new that we just started a few months ago, 6 months, I guess, at this point. This is our 6th one. And we travel to different places annually, and we work out, and we immerse ourselves in different cultures. Yes. So if you don't know, Morocco 2022.
Yes.
We are going to Africa.
Yay.
Had to get pushed back a couple times because pandemic, but you know, we still going.
Still.
I also am a personal trainer and fitness instructor. So yeah, all that. You can follow Sweat and Serenity on the gram at Sweat and Serenity. You can follow me at Made by Mari Fitness. And yeah, that's what we do here.
And subscribe to the YouTube.
Subscribe, yes. Tell a friend. This broadcast is not going anywhere. It will be up. So if you are watching this and it's not live, definitely reach out to any of us and tell us how much you loved it. Because I know you loved it. But yeah, I think that is it. for this Sweat and Sip, and I'm very happy. Like, this was really, really good.
Ooh,
Really
thank
good.
you. I look forward to next. We said November 1st through 4th is
The
the
Mindset Wellness Masterclass.
master class is the 1st through the 4th. I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you. Wellness.com or any social platform.
Yeah.
Yay!
Juice Bay.
Yay! Thank you so much, Marielle.
Yeah, I'll see you next time.